Hey, what's up guys, this is Lil Rossi and I got a bunch of new Call of Duty Ghost information for you guys, so I'm going to just jump right into it. Alright, we're going to start off with some new game modes. First one we're going to start off talking about is going to be Cranked. Now what Cranked is basically team deathmatch, except when you get a kill, timer starts. It's going to start at 30 and it's going to count down, and when it hits 0, if you don't get any more kills in between the time you get that first kill and after 30 seconds you just explode, you're dead. But every time you get a kill it goes back to 30. So let's say you get a kill, hits 30, gets down to like 4 seconds, and you get another kill, it'll go right back to 30 and you will not die. And when you get that first kill you get cranked, you're running faster, everything's more frantic, it's more intense, it keeps the game moving a lot faster with everybody trying to not blow up. It's a really good game type. I think it's going to be really interesting. It'll probably be, I think it's going to be pretty fun. I don't know how much I'll play it. I'm more of a domination guy myself. But we're going to move on to the next one. Now this next one I actually really like the idea of. It's called Search and Rescue. Now I know a lot of you guys are Search and Destroy players. It's a really popular game type. It has been ever since they brought it in. And what Search and Rescue is, it's basically just kill confirmed mixed with Search and Destroy. Now how this works is when you die you aren't automatically out. When you die you drop your dog tags just like in kill confirmed, and then you have to wait for your teammate to pick it back up, and if your teammates pick it back up you're revived. But if the enemy team gets your dog tags then you're out. Then it's just like regular Search and Destroy, you're just dead. But if your teammate gets the kill or gets the dog tag, excuse me, you're back in. I think this is a really cool idea. I like the idea of mixing the two game types. I think the idea that you can come back from Search and Destroy is a really cool idea, because I like playing Search and Destroy, but I don't always like just sitting around and waiting. When I die right away, it kind of sucks. So with the fact that there's a chance you can get revived, I like that idea for Search and Rescue. I think it's going to be a really fun game type. It's probably going to be it's a lot more competitive kind of game type. It's going to be a lot more teamwork, because when you die, you're going to be wanting to call where your dog tags are, telling somebody to go, hey, pick up my freaking dog tag so I can come back. You know, you're going to be wanting to do stuff like that. I think it's going to be much more competitive, much more teamwork based. I like the idea of Search and Rescue. Alright guys, let's move right into the kill streaks now. With Call of Duty Ghosts, they brought back the Modern Warfare 3 setup of having the 3 kill streak loadout things. Like, they have Assault, Support, and Specialist, just like they did in Modern Warfare 3. Assault is just your regular kill streaks. You get them, but if you die, you lose them. You have to restart. Where Support, you're getting kill streaks and you can carry them through your death. If you die, you can still build on your kill streaks like you could in Modern Warfare 3. And Specialist is just, you can add more perks, you can get all the perks. Instead of getting kill streaks, you just get perks. Okay, a couple new kill streaks I want to talk about though. One is, it's just the one everyone's talking about, is you can have the dog Riley come into the game and basically be your personal bodyguard. You can call him in. I believe it's a 5 kill streak. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I think it is. It's a 5 kill streak. What you do, you call him in and he just kind of follows you around the map. He'll kill enemies that are near you, and another thing he'll do is he'll bark. Like say you're, you know, ADS down this hallway, you're just aiming down sights and you hear the dog barking. Basically the dog will tell you when people are near you. So you hear the dog barking and you like look around and there's a dude coming up behind you and you kill him. It will alert you when enemies are near you, which is a really cool idea. I like the idea for this kill streak. It's just kind of, you call it in, follows you around, like kind of like an escort drone, except probably not as powerful, and it helps. I mean, it tells you where people are. It's a cool idea. All right, let's go on to another one. Now the UAV got a total overhaul, guys. It's now called the SATCOM, and basically when you call it in, it's not a plane. It's not a UAV. It's like a little just satellite on the ground. What you do, you can call it in and you throw it on the ground instead of throwing it up in the air, and it makes it much harder to take them out. I know when I'm playing Black Ops 2, I run rocket launchers all the time, and whenever I hear a UAV come in, I'm instantly taking them down. What you can do with the SATCOMs is find a good place to hide it, you throw it on the ground, and then you can basically defend it. You lay it there and they have to come find where it is. They can't just be like, look up into the sky and shoot it down, which is a really cool idea. Now another new thing they added is if you have one SATCOM on the ground, basically you're just going to be able to see enemies on your radar if your teammates are looking at them. Like if you're looking at them or your teammates are looking at them, they'll just show little dots on the radar. But if you have 2 SATCOMs down on the ground, then it's just your normal UAV. It's just that big bar slides across the map, tells you where everybody is. If you have 3 SATCOMs on the ground, you basically have an orbital VSAT. It'll tell you where they are, which way they're looking, where they're moving. It's basically an orbital VSAT if you have 3 sat counts on the ground. Now, I don't know the name of this kill streak. They just talked about it a little bit, so I don't know the name. If you do, let me know in the comments below. All I know is you can call in a helicopter, and it's not like a normal kill streak where you're using some big, massive guns off of aircraft. Instead, in this helicopter, for one, you can drive it, and for two, you snipe out of it. So basically, you're sitting in the back of the helicopter. You're sniping, but you can move the helicopter around the map where you want it. So say you want it on A side for a while they're spawning there, you put it on A side and you're sniping. They move over to C side, spawns flip. You move the helicopter over to C side and you can snipe there, and you're sniping from inside the helicopter, which is a pretty sick kill streak. I like the idea of that. I think that's pretty cool. It's different instead of just, you know, going up in an aircraft, flying it around, shooting stuff on the ground, just totally destroying. It's going to take more skill to be able to snipe instead of just shooting at the ground with some big freaking weapon. So those are basically the kill streaks. I want to move right into the perks. Now the perks they're different, the way they set them up. What they're saying is they brought back just a ton of perks from old Call of Duties. They brought back a lot of them. Like, there's supposed to be just like a big list of perks, a lot of perks in this game. And what they're doing is they're giving each perk a value. So let's say sleight of hand costs 4 points and marathon costs 2 points. They're giving them all a value, and I believe it's 8. You can have 8 points in your set, and then you divvy those up amongst however many perks you want. So let's say you want 8 1-point perks. I don't know how many perks are going to be and what their costs are, but let's say you want, you know, 4 2-point perks, or you want 1 5-point perk and 1 3-point perk. You know, they're going to give them all points, because perks are not even. They're not remotely close to even. They're more powerful perks, and there's less powerful perks. So they're going to give them points, which is a really good idea. Alright, let's move into just some other littler stuff they've added into the game. We kind of went over like more of the big stuff. We're going to move into some little stuff like the new battle chatter. Now basically what this is, if you're not playing with friends and you're not all calling out, you know, they're through in this thing called battle chatter, which is basically your person, your AI, will call out people on the map. So let's say you're running and you're running with one of your teammates or something, and one of your dudes will kind of be like, hey, guy at our 6, and no, there will actually be a guy behind you. Like, they actually call him out in real time. And the cool thing is they'll use call outs. They'll be like, hey, guy in a broken airplane, guy next to the freaking fountain, which is pretty cool, I think. Let's go into the new tactics, which is basically like, you know, they've shown a lot of this, a lot of their new fluid movements, the new tactics they've improvised. One of them being the contextual leaning, where you can run up to a wall and you can lean over and look, which is a really great idea. I'm surprised it took this long to get into Call of Duty. And another thing they added was the knee slide, which is basically Infinity Ward's version of the dolphin dive, which I kind of think the knee slide is cooler, because you have your gun in a ready position. Instead of diving then lifting up your gun, you're sliding with your gun in a ready position to shoot. And the new mantling, where you just run up to something and you can jump it, and you keep your momentum. Instead of climbing up and like falling, you kind of just run and jump, and you keep your momentum, and your gun's still up, and you can be shooting as you're going over, which is another really good idea. I like all the ideas. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the confirmation of the nuke in Ghost. They brought back the nuke, except this time it's called the KEM strike, or the Odin strike, it's been nicknamed. And the way you're going to get this is when you kill enemies in certain maps and certain game types, they'll drop a blue briefcase which will have field orders, which will be, you know, get 2 kills while prone, get 1 kill while knee sliding, stuff like that. And when you complete these, you will get a care package you can call in. You call it in, and then you'll basically get the Odin strike. And the Odin strike is just like any other nuke. It destroys everyone on the map, except in this game with the dynamic mapping, it'll alter the look of the map. Like, it'll destroy parts of the map and alter the whole look of the map, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's all I want to talk to you guys about today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. This has been Lil Rossi, and I'm out.